Friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is 0 day. I just completed the machine several minutes ago. And now I'd like to go through this machine again together with you. As you can see, I've already spawned the machine earlier, and this is the IP address. And I'd like to use the Kernel, which is running inside the firmware to do this preparation. Before we move forward, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. Of course, you also can leave any questions in the comments, and I will reply it as soon as possible. So without further ado, let's just get started. I can switch into the Kernel VM. As you can see, I've already done the map scanning with the usual options. Maybe I can zoom in the terminal so you can see what's going on. As you can see over here, I use the option of the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and I use the option of ON to output the result into this file. The IP address has been changed a bit. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has 2 open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Of course, you can use such a Metasploit utility to confirm this. And the next one is 80, and also the last one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, which is Apache 2 in this case. So what we are going to do next? Yeah, we need to do the enumeration. We need to do enumeration with the web application. And let's launch our browser. Maybe, yeah, I can use this existing browser. To do the manual enumeration first, we can copy the IP address of the target from my notebook. Put it in here. Yeah, as you can see, we got the page back from the target. Nothing special here. And also we can check the source code of this page. Yeah, very beautiful website. Some dynamic effects. So, can I check the source code? I cannot. Anyway, we can check whether this site has a robots file. You know, this is the standard, very standard methodology when we deal with the web application, right? Yeah, you really thought it'd be this easy? Of course not. We can continue enumeration. So next, we can use the link to do the enumeration, right? You know, after we do the manual enumeration, then we need to turn to the automatic enumeration with tools. For example, like Nicto, for example, like GoBuster. Yeah, this case, the Nicto, you know, Nicto is always my first choice or tool to enumerate web application. As you can see, to save time, I've already done the map scanning. Oh, sorry, not scan, the Nicto. And as you can see, the Nicto has already given us very important result. Yeah, the first one, the target appears vulnerable to this vulnerability, and also enumerate out some directories like admin, backup, CSS, image, secret. Of course, we need to check them one by one manually. The first one I'd like to check is admin. Admin. But nothing coming back from the target. Also, we can use the GoBuster. You know, maybe you're suspicious there's some directories or subdirectories or files under the admin directory. So we can use the GoBuster to do the deeper enumeration. And we can put the IP address of the target. Not this one. Yeah, I need to get the new IP address. And the admin. And the word list, I'd like to use GoBuster as always. Directory. Extension option. Something like this. So, yeah, you know, yeah, we just got only one file index.html. However, the size is 0. It means, in other words, we cannot get anything interesting from this directory. I mean the mean. So I'd like to quit from this GoBuster. And next we need to go to or navigate to the backup directory to see what it's about. Backup. Yeah, as you can see, this is the private key. And of course, I think we can write or save this private key into file. To do that, we can use the command Q, and we can put the IP address and backup. And let's get, of course, the document has automatically redirect to the directory. So we just put the slash at the end. As you can see, we got the private key, and then we can redirect to the ID RSA, save into this file. Before we can use this one, we need to change mode to this file. However, at this moment, we didn't get any username yet, so we just put one side and move forward. Now go back to our the next, I think CSS cannot give us anything in most cases. Image, we can go to the image directory. Yeah, there is one picture, and you can download it into the Kernel Linux and make analysis for this picture. However, based on my experience, what I've already done earlier, we cannot get anything interesting from this picture. So we move forward to the next one. Secret, very interesting, right? Secret. Yeah, we got a picture. Yeah, of course, this one we have to download it because this picture is under the secret directory, and we can download or save image to our working directory in the local machine. And we can list the files. Yeah, this is the picture. And then we can use, because this one is PNG format, we cannot use like a stack seek or stack height to analyze. However, we can use the EXIF2 to display the metadata of this picture. Nothing special at all. Next, we can use the bin walk to find out something suspicious inside this picture. However, nothing interesting. So what can we do next? Yeah, we need to go back to the negative results. Nothing interesting here. Next, I think we need to do the GoBuster directory enumeration. Paste in here and specify the word list. Not rock queue. Should be GoBuster directory medium. Yeah, this is my favorite word list to start with for the directory enumeration. And as usual, I'd like to specify the extension option. Let's press enter. Of course, it's almost certain that GoBuster can identify the directories, what we have already found through the Nicto. As you can see, CGI, bin, image. I will not for this to be finished because, the GoBuster cannot get anything else besides the directories, what we have already found through the Nicto. Okay, right. I'd like to quit. So I think we have already done almost everything what we can, right, so far. So I think we need to focus on the shell shock vulnerability, because from the Nicto we can tell that possibly the target has a shell shock vulnerability. However, the next question will be coming up: how to utilize or how to exploit this vulnerability. There are many different ways to do this. For example, this one is the manual way. It's the manual way to do the exploitation. For example, you can manipulate the user agent and yeah, include the command, the reversal command, and then we can get the initial for the hold. And this one, I also added the 2 links into the description section below so that you can use them if you want. However, the Metasploit has already done very great job in this vulnerability. For me, the most preferable way is the Metasploit if the Metasploit has appropriate or corresponding module. Okay, let's do it now. So we can launch our Metasploit console. And we can search keywords shell shock. And this one is what we are looking for. Of course, you can use the info to display the key information about this module. As you can see, this is the disclosed, not the time, and also the also the detail, the vulnerability number. So now we just use this module. And we leave the payload to the default one. We do not need to change anything about this one. And then we can show option to see how many fields are required to configure. Yeah, of course, we need to set a localhost to our Kernel Linux and can copy the IP address of the Kernel Linux from notebook. And we need to set the local port number 555 to be listening on. And also we need to set the remote host to our target. Similarly, I can copy the IP address of target from my notebook. Yeah, this will be easier because I cannot remember it. And also we can set the, I think the remote port number we do not need to change. And we need to, another option we must configure is this one, target URI. So we can target URI, target URI. From the negative we have already got to know the path, or URL. We just copy this path and put in here. And then we can show options again to confirm we have already configured all required options. I think so, at least so far. Okay, now we can just run this module to see whether this module can work for this machine. Yeah, it's sending. It looks like it's working. The Metasploit session one opened, and so how to do? We can, of course, we can get the shell session, the ID, www data, and then we can spawn the bash session by Python. Import PTY module, PTY spawn bin bash. All right. Next, we need to do some local enumeration, right? To make a lateral movement or elevate a privilege to root user. Yeah, here we got the secret. Can we cut or retrieve the content? No, permission denied, which is fine. Here, another user, normal user, run. And then we can get the user flag without any problems, right? User. Oh, sorry. Cat user txt. Okay, we got the first one, the user flag. Do you remember that we have already got the private key? Of course, at this moment, we are not quite sure which user this private key belongs to. However, we can try it, right? So we can, maybe I can use the SSH, use the option of I and the username and the IP address of a target. Press enter. Yes. However, this private key is passphrase protected. In other words, we need to crack the passphrase first in order to use this private key to our advantages, right? So how to do? We can locate the SSH to John, and then we can use this Python script to convert this key to the hash value. And then we can use the John the Ripper to crack. All right. Yeah, we got the passphrase for this private key. Let me in. Next, we can log in to the target again to see whether this is working. Let me in. We just copy. We do not need to type in any letter. However, we still are required to provide the password. In other words, this private key doesn't belong to this user. Also, you can check whether this private key belongs to the root user. Yeah, to save time, I will not do that now. So we need to come back to our shell of the target. Next, I think we can, of course, you can make more local enumeration. For example, we can get the kernel information. This from the year or the time, we can tell that this target, the kernel of this target is not very much new one. And maybe we can note down this information in case we need to use this information later. Next, we can upload the NumPy shell script to make automatic enumeration in a greater detailed manner. Okay, and I've already prepared this NumPy shell script. Of course, you can get them from the internet. In order to upload this NumPy shell script to the target, there will be different ways. The most preferable way is to set up the web server by Python. Okay, Python. And next, we can go back to the shell and we can use wget utility to upload this shell script, followed by the port number, NumPy. In order to use or run this shell script, we need to change mode, change permissions for this file. Change mode, NumPy. Then we can run this shell script. I think it would be almost impossible to exaggerate the importance of the NumPy shell script, because for the privilege escalation, and if the target is a Linux machine, we have to use this for the privilege escalation. Yeah, it's done, because it will go through all possible vectors for us to elevate a privilege, and we can scroll up to see whether we can find such vector or interesting information. Yeah, the cron job information, the process information, and we got some local exploits. And also we can tell the kernel is not a new one, it's not updated. So just I stated in the other videos, if you can follow along my channel, if the NumPy shell script reviews some local exploits, so how to do next? For me, my professional way is to use the Metasploit. for our purpose. Yeah. So in order to do that, we need to upgrade this shell to the Metasploit session, and so that we need to generate the payload. Of course, we need to use the different port number, any available port number in the Kernel Linux. All right, we just press enter. Yeah, it's done. So the payload has been created successfully. Next, we need to upload this payload to the target. We can use the wget command and copy the IP address of the Kernel Linux and prev elf. Yeah, it's done. And we need to make it executable. And then we can run this executable. However, before I press enter, I need to set up the handler first. msf column console. Then we can use the exploit multi-handler. And yeah, we have to use the same payload as this one. We can copy this payload, lim or pass. This is a relative pass. And press enter. Show options. We need to set localhost to our Kernel Linux. Set port number. Yeah, this one again must be the same as this one. So 6666. And we just run this module. The handler has been started up. Now we can go back to this shell and press enter. As you can see, yeah, this module is a sending stage payload to the target. The Metasploit session 1 opened. Then we can put this Metasploit into the background by Control Z. Then we can search suggester. Then we can use this suggester module. And show options and set the session to 1. I think this is only option required to configure. Let's run. As you can see, it's collecting local exploits for the target. Then this module will do some sort of check to see whether this exploit is available or is workable. The 40 exploit checks are being tried. We got the first possible exploit. the overlay fs priv esc. The target appears to be vulnerable. So later we can check, we can use this module to see whether it's working or not. If the Metasploit cannot work on it, then we need to come back to the NinPL shell script to exploit manually. Although, yeah, this also gives us another result, sudo. I will not do test on this exploit, even though this exploit probably is working, because this one is very new, a bit new exploit. So for me, I just use this module. And then we can show options again. We need to set another listener. We can copy the IP address of the Kernel, and we need to set different port number to 888, and then we need to set the session number to 1. Let's run it. You know, I like Metasploit very much because many jobs can be done automatically, which makes things to be much easier, to be much more convenient for us. Yeah, it's writing to the temporary directory. However, no session was created. In other words, this module cannot work. So I'd like to, you know, if you know my style, I just don't just want to show you some key steps. I'd like to show you the entire process of the exploitation. And now, yeah, come back. We can exit the Metasploit, and then now we go back to the, yeah, I'd like to control this, and we can get the second one, Python. Okay, now I think I have to go back to the result of the NinPL shell script, because I have already found there are some possible local exploits, so we can exploit these vulnerabilities manually. You can try one by one. Yeah, this one cannot always work. So I rather use this one, the overlay, so we can open up this link and download this to the Kernel. Of course, I've already done that earlier. As you can see, yeah, this script is also working for our machine. And this one, we can upload this to the target. So how to do? We can copy the IP address of the Kernel and followed by the default port number of Python. And then we need to copy the file name of the local exploit. Oh, we need to navigate to the temp directory, because this directory we do not have permission to write into. Okay, so we can copy this command again. Yeah, no problem this time. Yeah, and next we need to compile this C code in order to exploit. So how to do? How to exploit? We can get out this file. Usually, we can find this information in the header part. Yeah, we can use GCC and output. Okay, very simple. We can GCC exploit and the file name. And we can make it executable. Now we can run this exploit. If this one still not working, now I think we need to utilize the kernel. I think failed. Okay, it's fine. So the NumPy shell script is not always reliable. As a pen tester, we need to try all possible ways for our purpose, right? So because we have already know the version of the kernel, we can copy this version to see whether there are any vulnerabilities for this version of kernel. We can use such as exploit kernel. And you can try one by one. So this one is what I'm looking for. Okay, we can copy. Of course, I've already made a copy earlier. For now, we just upload it. We just upload this file to the target. We can wget and the IP address of the Kernel Linux. And the file name is this one. Copy and paste in here. And we can use the same way to make compilation exploit 2. Press enter. We can make it executable. Then we can run this exploit. Yeah, it's working. Wonderful, right? We can navigate to root directory. And then we can get the root flag without any issue. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.